ring the little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. So, there's different ways one can energize themselves. One of the ways I like, right? There's many ways. Well, one of the ways I really like is being proved right. I guess we all like that, but I do enjoy being proved right. See, I was feeling a bit under the weather today when I woke up. I was like, maybe I'll take the day off. Let's do that. Let's do something crazy. Maybe I'll take the day off. By the way, the reason I'm feeling under the weather is two reasons. One, it's my mother's yahrzeit. That's the anniversary of her passing on Friday. Was it Friday night, Saturday? And I always get kind of sick around. My wife tells me I don't remember. I always get kind of sick. Also, I'm coming up to the end of a tractate in the Talmud, which is a daily Talmudic learning thing I do. And whenever I hit these milestones, I get a bit sick. Yeah, my thinking in my wacky Bible thumpy worldview is that the Satan, we call it something different in Judaism, but the Satan, essentially the demonic forces of evil, want to push back against you doing anything good. So you get sick. So I'm like, and it really happens without fail. But then this morning, I'm having my coffee, I'm looking at the news. That's basically what I do every day. I troll the news to see if there's anything to make a video about. And I got a bunch of stuff in backed up, right, ready for when I do. But there's always something, baby. There's always something. So being proved right is a big source of energy, because that's exactly what the news told me today. There is a massive media spin going on right now, trying to paint the current era of Doctor Who as anything other than an incredible failure. So I say this pretty much every video now, right? I think that the taste of the year is narrative hitting reality. Narrative hitting reality. We had the narrative that Jodie Whittaker's era was stunning and brave, the best thing ever, right? Everyone's gonna love it because we're getting away from those icky white male patriarchal values, and now it's more inclusive. And instead of just icky white men, we're gonna have everybody watching Doctor Who. Do you remember that narrative? Here's the thing: when a narrative is proved wrong, they just move on to another one, like straight away, right? Which is what we're viewing right now. So that was one narrative. And then anybody who didn't like the current era of Doctor Who, like season 11 when it happened, anybody who didn't like it could only be because they're a bigot, right? That's the only possible reason they could possibly not like the current era of Doctor Who, because they're an icky wicky bigot. That's the only reason that one could conceive of. And that narrative went on for a long time. That narrative lasted for about a year, maybe even two, right? Then season 11 happened, season 12 happened, and it was reviled. Everybody hated it. I mean, like, everybody hated it apart from the people who went, "No, you're a bigot!" And now they have egg all over their face and they can't climb down from that. So that happened, right? So that was the next narrative. It's fine. It's doing the crashing ratings are meaningless. Nobody cares about ratings now. Ratings, what are they? That was the next narrative, right? That was the next narrative that hit reality like a steam train. Boom! That narrative's gone. So now the latest narrative is that Doctor Who hasn't failed under Chris Chibnall and Jodie Whittaker, and boy, are they spinning that narrative in a big way. So anyway, how was I proved right? Right? How was I proved right? You can always tell how accurate, how on target that your jabs are, your observations are, by the reaction of the person that you're jabbing, I would say, in the verbal conflict, right? If they melt down and explode, you are right down on target, right? 100% on target. Ah, man, never fails, never ever fails. So this is basically what happened. I put a video out on Sunday going over the ratings. The ratings are worse than they said they were. Way worse than they said they are. It came out by accident, by stupidity, that we've been reporting the overnight figures and not the live figures. So what? Who cares, right? What's the difference? Well, the live figures are the ones you compare to the classic ratings. which right now which had the lowest ratings ever. Sylvester McCoy's Battlefield Episode 1 had a 3.1 live viewing figure, not overnight, live viewing figure. The reason they called that overnight is because they gave it to you overnight, right? Because it took time for you to get it. Today's overnight figures are very different. Today's overnight figures are people who watch it live, plus the people who watch it on iPlayer. And then I think they double up those ratings. So they then take that, which is like an extra million or so people. And then they take those ratings and they add that, they double enter them. I think I can't be sure, into the 7-day ratings, right? I think they take the I think that's going on, right? I think, but anyway, they've been exposed to having very, very low live figures, which is far lower than the lowest episode ever of Doctor Who, which is what they've always wanted to avoid anybody saying, right? It's the least popular era of Doctor Who ever, because to them it's very important that it is popular. And it's more important, and it's not important enough that it's popular that they make it good. That's the weird thing, right? That's the thing that's absolutely insane. It's not important enough that it's popular that they actually put time and trouble and effort into it not being awful, right? But I don't think they can, because they're also wrapped up in this sociological insanity, right? Which is, again, the narrative is hitting reality. So what happens when a narrative hits reality? Normally, they scream the narrative much louder. And that's what we're looking at. And oh boy, are we going to have a laugh. Before we get into it, can you hit the like button? That'd be fan-dabby double dozy. Can you hit the share button? Fan-dabby double dozy. Yeah, fantastic. Can you hit the subscribe button? Everybody should subscribe to my Every Women Desire or my YouTube/Rumble channel. If you're on Rumble, hit the Rumble button. If you're on YouTube, hit the like button. If you've got a Rumble button on YouTube, hit that too. Listen, I'm not prejudiced, baby. You can hit whatever button you like. Comment, let me know what you think, and sign up to my Substack. My email newsletter was completely free, which I put a bunch of comics out on it. We're running Ice Warriors right now. I'm coloring it. I'm really happy with how it's coming out, right? It's really, really nice. I might rename it something else, like Warriors of Snow or something. The Empire of Snow, so I can put out a print version of it, because it's the first time I coloured it. It's looking really pucker. I'm really, really happy with it. So anyway, go check it out. It's in my. I also have another strip running on Fridays called Red Ghost. I want to put more strips out. I just need more time and energy. And really, I am on low energy today because I am a bit sick. But boy, we got to make this video. We have to make this video. Fine. I think I got to like, share, subscribe, Substack. That's all we have. Covered everything. Let's have a look at the news, right? Let's have a look at the stories. This is from Radio Times. Freaking incredible. Doctor Who producer denies rating struggles, because you're in denial, mate, right? Where are you? Are you on a felucca going down a river in Egypt? Yes, that means you're in denial, baby. You're in denial. Hopefully I can find something that I can use that as a thumbnail, right? I would love to have Jodie and Chibnall, up to their, wearing like explorer outfits, in like up to their knees in the Nile, and Joe would go, if I manage to do this, you'll seen it already, right? This is the future for me. Joe would be, keep up, where are we? And Chris would be, Jodie, we're deep in denial, because that's where you are, baby. That's where you are. 5 million, 5 odd million is really a healthy for any drama on terrestrial. Mate, it's 2. Okay, it's 2. 5 is pretty pathetic. 2 is what you're getting, okay? So don't piss around with us. We know what you're getting, but we'll get wait to it. 2. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, but if you're getting 5 million live viewing, this is incredible. But again, let's have a look at it. It's no secret that Doctor Who flux. Why am I doing this in a funny voice? I don't know. I just went into a Chibnall voice. Okay, I'm going to go back to my normal voice. It's no secret that Doctor Who flux. I kind of want to do it in the Chibnall voice. It's no secret that Doctor Who flux. The 13th series of the show, which has been has an average consolidated figure of 4.84 million. Really, what's the live figure? Comparing it to the classic era, what's the live figure? Really? 4.84? Okay, we'll go with the consolidated for now, okay? The average consolidated, which is pretty darn pathetic, isn't it? Across 6 episodes, saw a ratings dip compared to season 12. Series 12. How did the ratings do in series 12? Oh no, that was another massive dip, wasn't it? Oh yeah, we remember, yeah. For comparison, that 10-episode series, which aired in early 2020, had an average consolidated ratings of 5.4 million views. What's the live figures on that? It's going to cost me £1,500 to find out. I don't give a crap, but I know it's bad, right? I would love to find out, but not £1,500 worth. Which is about, what, $2,000 now? I don't know. I got to buy a new air conditioner, I think. Oh, my God. On Friday, it's freaking freezing here right now in Israel. My AC it's sort of died in my bedroom. I'm like, I was hoping that, we could just unplug it and plug it back in. It will reset. No. We will find out today, hopefully, how much it's going to cost to repair, replace, whatever. But man, that's going to be expensive. I was suggesting that viewership. It's not suggesting that the viewership has declined. It's telling what really. What? I don't understand. Look, Boris Johnson being caught having a party during COVID in wherever it was. I don't really know the details. I just know everybody pissed as hell with him, right? Doesn't suggest he broke the COVID rules. It tells you he broke the COVID rules that he started up, which were completely useless. I mean, really, like the latest studies from John Hopkins now that the lockdown stopped the spread of the virus 0.2%. Oh, that was good then. That was worth destroying the world for. Okay, 0.2%. Although, closing non-essential stores about 10.3% by the same study. So, yeah, there you go. Okay, suggesting the viewership decline. No, not suggesting. What the hell? Eve the Daleks, meanwhile, the new Doctor Who New Year special attracted a live audience of 3.8. You lying piece of shit! No, it didn't. Let's have a look. Let's go look over here. Eve of the Daleks got a overnight of 3.21. Not live. Now, how did I find this out? From the good people at Doctor Who magazine, desperately trying to spin the figures to make them seem not as terrible as they were. Let's have a look. So they wanted to show you that the gap between the 28-day position and the initial position was much higher, right? So they went for the live figures, which they've never revealed before. The live figures, which were 2.44 for the Flux episode 6, right? As opposed to 3.58, right? So that's 1.14 bump, right? 1.1. Question is, are they double adding that 1.14, right? They add 2.44 to 1.14 to make 3.58. But do they add that 1.14 again over by the 7-day and the 12-day? Do you think they do? That'll be funny. That'll mean this 28-day position is 4 million. Okay, sorry. I shouldn't be enjoying this quite so much as I am. But I am. So, yeah, the live figure was 2 minutes. So I wonder what it is. Who is it? Molly Moss. I wonder why Molly Moss is lying. I wonder why she's absolutely blatantly lying. Oh, I know why. Because I went on YouTube and I told the truth, right? And they don't like that. So what happens when narrative hits reality? Yes, scream the narrative louder. So episode 1 got 5.69, 4.43 live. Really? So which one's lying then? Because it seems to be 2.8. Oh, no, 3.07, isn't it? Revolutionary 3.07. Compared to, 3.07. Not again, it's a 1 point, wow. It's a really kind of consistent 1 point sign or other, right? Million extra they get. That's really incredible. So, no. Here's a summary of numbers as reported on Doctor Who TV.co.uk. No, it's not, is it? It's not. That says live, not overnight. You seem to be a little bit confusedy-woosdy. Or I think you're lying out your ass. Is what's going on, aren't you? You're lying out your ass. Jodie Whittaker is the least popular Doctor Who of all time. We can put it this way. Jodie Whittaker is the least popular Doctor Who since records began. How about that? Least popular Doctor Who in 60 years. Least popular Doctor Who in 2,000 years, if you want to put it that way. She is the least popular Doctor Who. Or she's reviled. How about that for her? We don't say least popular. Everybody freaking hates her. And why do they hate her? Because it's It's written by Chris Chibnall, and it's absolute bollocks, right? It's absolute garbage. The same reason people hate East Bloody Enders. However, producer Matt Stevens considers these viewing figures healthy for a terrestrial drama. So yes, they would be. So why are you lying about? Wait a minute. If those numbers are healthy for a terrestrial drama, why? No, if Doctor Who's numbers are healthy for a terrestrial drama, why are you lying about the numbers then? And why are you saying that they're bigger? It seems to me they're not healthy. Are they? No. Now, the question is, does Matt Streeter know this, or is he, back over in Egypt in the river, deep in Dunno? I don't know. I'd love to meet him and find out. What's fascinating to me is the way Doctor Who viewing figures are obsessed over, unlike many other TV shows. Well, that's because Doctor Who means something to people. It's important, like to me, right? People like me, we really like Doctor Who. It generally speaking, these things in genre really mean something important to me, right? I mean, like, listen, I do get the feeling that the last episode of Mandalorian was at number 6, where you had like a full Luke Skywalker episode, which I really enjoyed, right? I really, really super enjoyed at the time. I'm getting the feeling. I'm getting the feeling though that it's bait, right? You know, that's that famous Tom Hardy Mad Max gif. That's bait, right? I get the feeling it's bait, and it's going to be awful again. I don't know. However, though it may indeed be bait, right? Though it may be bait, I still really loved it, right? I really genuinely enjoyed it. There's one line in it which really resonated with me. When he's training Grogu, Baby Yoda, and he gets like knocked down by the little remote thing, the member berry thing firing the laser at him, and he says, "Get up again, always get up again." And I love. I mean, again, it might be bait, right? But man, that is pure Luke Skywalker, the pure optimism, always push forward. I love that. I absolutely love that. And it meant something to me. That's the point, right? That's something that actually means something to me. There are a lot of my values in life that are core, right? Core values for me come from these really important myths and legends that propagate our society, right? You know, Kirk and Spock. That is what friendship is. If you are not prepared to do that for one another and be there that way for one another, you are not friends. You're acquaintances, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with being acquaintances, but that's what friendship is. And knowing what friendship is a really core part of life, right? These things are important, right? And you know they're important. That's why you co-opted them to shoehorn in this insane message that whatever insane messages you want to shoehorn in, and it didn't work, right? Bottom line, it didn't work. You thought you could use them as platforms. No, all that happened is you made people walk away from them, right? Because even though they loved them, you made people walk away from them in droves. So yeah, that's the way people obsess about it, but also people obsess about it because it's a barometer of how you're doing as a job, in your job. And you've done terribly, Mr. Stevens. You've done absolutely terribly. I know you have this narrative that, you know, everything is groovy. It's not. It's not. You've screwed up. You have damaged something of genuine importance to millions and millions of people, right? I think you've actually hurt the world. And I'm not being hyperbolic. I mean, I am, but I'm also being accurate, right? I think these myths and legends are important. I think the myths and legends have always been important. It gives us something to aspire to, which is why I think Doctor Who has the following that it does, right? He's a very iconoclastic character, right? Somebody who makes you feel good to be an outsider, even when you can't help but being an outsider because you're smarter than most people, or you're gay, or you're different in some way, right? You know, that's why Doctor Who, I think, is so freaking important, and it's important, which is why you try to hammer in this message that women were a subclass that have now thrown off the shackles, which is just a nonsense. And also men and women are interchangeable, which is also nonsense, right? I'm sorry. It's an absolute nonsense. Men and women are both unique and equal and not interchangeable, in my opinion, right? In my opinion. That's not to say a man can't do something that women normally have more propensity for, and a woman can't do something that men normally have more propensity for. Yes, absolutely, you know. But it doesn't mean that's where happiness lies. In fact, you know, I basically most my values, come from like these genre entertainment, are also reflected in my religious beliefs. So you see that in the Bible as well. If you've seen was it Prince of Egypt, or the Ten Commandments, the Jews leaving leaving Egypt, or Israelites at the time leaving Egypt. One of the things they did to torture the Israelites at the time was they made men do work that was traditionally connected to women, and they made women do work that's traditionally connected to men. It freaking destroys you. And again, that's not to say anybody can't do anything that they want to do. You do not need to follow the trends, right? But there are trends, and men and women I do not believe to be interchangeable. And I think it's terrible for society that we are pushing that message. I really don't think kids are gonna come out that well from it. And again, that's why they want to use things like Doctor Who as a platform. So that's why we look at it. And it's fine, because I think it's a testament to the fact people are always keen to read about Doctor Who. Well, they were before you got your idiot hands on it, moron. Yes, they were keen to read on it, and then you showed up. So it's probably a positive thing if you're not an utter failure. If you're an utter failure, not so positive. So they said that was it? I think they're happy. He added, of course, talking about the BBC. Of course, you get the obvious juggernaut like 2021's visual, or Line of Duty, or anything that didn't relentlessly, or even not didn't, just did it a lot less, relentlessly lecture the audience, right? I think they're happy. Of course, you get the odd juggernaut like 2021's visual, but by and large, 5 million odd is healthy for any drama on terrestrial. Yes, but it wasn't 5 years ago. It wasn't before you started using drama and comedy and news for platforming your insane ideology, right? And this is what they done. They now said, let's just ignore the 5 million odd people that we've alienated, and we say, oh look, we only get these things just get 5 million now. Oh, that's weird. That's weird. 5 years ago, got 10 million. Now it gets 95. Oh, I guess it's just Netflix. Netflix, YouTube. Woo! Their magic spell. They cast over people. On streamers says they only dream of figures like that. So I think our ratings are respectable. We're comparing apples to oranges. Again, apples to oranges, mate. And although I have to tell you, the Mandalorian or the Marvel shows are getting bubkus in terms of rating. Maybe because, like Doctor Who, they're also shit, right? That could be, right? That could be. Like, I like the first season of Umbrella Academy. Second one got a lot more boring whenever Elliot Page was on screen. So I guess that's a male character now for the third season. Not that interested, right? I'm just not that interested. Let me see. So the consolidated rating combines live viewership with people who watched it via recording or no, it doesn't include recording. Oh God, no! And firstly, what are you talking about recording? Who has a VCR anymore? What the hell? Recording? You're such a moron. I mean, unbelievable. How'd you lie so badly? Okay, for viewers that watch via people watch via recording or catch up service in the 7 days after the initial broadcast, and also in the first 24 hours as well, first 12 hours. No, you're lying, aren't you? Yes. For me, what sometimes frustrating is too strong a word. You should be frustrated. You should be frustrated that people pointing out what an absolute terrible job you've done, right? Yeah, you should be frustrated at your failure. It's not okay that you were a massive failure, right? For me, it's sometimes frustrating, it's true, but when you get overnight figures reported and compared to previous consolidated figures. Well, wait. Why are you comparing overnight figures to live? Why are you transposing them? Why are you doing the exact thing that Mr. Stevens here says is a bit frustrating? You know what's a bit frustrating? When they make your favorite shows, like you've loved and adored all your life, relentless shit, so they can tell you you're bad because you're a white man, right? And they scream at you, you're a bigot, when you point out how bad their work is. That's a bit frustrating too, isn't it? All things considered. I mean, when they proves in order to make a dramatic headline. That's a bit disingenuous. No, a bit disingenuous is this, calling these live figures, these overnight figures, live figures. And that's not a bit disingenuous, that is disingenuous. It doesn't indicate that you are disingenuous, it says you are disingenuous. It's really not that complicated now, is it? A consolidating rating, blah, 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 blah. For me, okay, we did that. Especially when you look at the way television is consumed today. Yes, but there's one factor that hasn't changed. People generally spit out shit, right? People generally go, oh, I don't want to eat shit, right? People don't do that. Same way they don't really watch bad TV. Doctor Who is available on iPlayer, so audience can still watch it whenever they choose. Yes, but they don't. Do they? Do they? They watched that a lot more with Capaldi, and they watched it a lot more than that with Matt Smith. Colin Baker, Bowling Act with Rusty Davis reveal a new audio. How is this in any way connected? Like, why did they put that in? Plus an interview, I guess. Okay, they're talking about Doctor Who magazine now. He continued, that's a real non sequitur where they put these lines. Okay, whatever. He continued, when you're making a program, you make the best show you can. Yes, I believe you do. You did. And you did the best you can, and you sucked at it because you're shit. Right? It's not complicated. It's really not. It's just you're shit at your job, right? You follow your instincts. Never do that. Okay, after you screwed up as much as this, don't follow your instincts anymore. That's probably a bad idea. When you make a show, when you make a show that you want to watch, you make the show that you want to watch. Well, good for you. Good for you. You made the show. But did you want to watch it? I think you just wanted to say, I'm so virtuous because I made the show. I don't think you wanted to watch it. I just think you wanted to, like, virtue signal, right? Essentially, that's basically what you're doing. So I don't think you wanted to watch it. I think you wanted to go, oh, Matt Stevens, you're so stunning. You're so brave by holding up those poor oppressed women. Oh, so progressive, right? Did you want did you want to watch Orphan 55? Really? You want Binny? You like a bit of that, do you? I want to come round your house at 3 a.m. and shout Binny for like relentlessly. See how much Binny! Binny! Yeah, that was good, was it? How about a bit of green wig action? Oh my god. I never thought I'd look at the days of UFO and go, wow, those wigs look really good. But okay. We want to reach the widest audience possible. Well, you failed, haven't you? You absolutely failed. And you're always wanting to make sure you can engage with all the demographics, especially the younger demographic. You failed, arsehole, okay? You have failed. We don't watch TV in the way we watch it. What? Who don't watch TV in the way we watch it? Okay. No, again, that is true. However, I think they would watch it if it wasn't shit, right? If it wasn't absolute. My daughter's watching this Dare show right now called Euphoria, right? And she watches it on her phone via, I don't know, I think she downloads it via TikTok or something. I don't know. I mean, we have a subscription to HBO Max, but it doesn't work in Israel. But yeah. Listen, if you want something that people will watch, you've got to make it something quality, and you failed, right? You absolutely failed. So that's a challenge of all TV, and we're all conscious of it. Yeah, but again, being conscious of it, shouldn't you be conscious of your failure as well, rather than finding ways to tell yourself you haven't absolutely failed? Because you absolutely failed, right? You've absolutely failed. That's channel of all TV. But I don't know if you can bring that into a writer's room or conversation. That's it. Okay, you don't. You bring conversations about how to appear virtuous. right? Like, let's put in a black female doctor from nowhere. What? Yes, and then don't explain it properly and have it poorly executed. Okay. Dude, if you're ever going to get executed, I hope you get executed as purely as poorly as you executed Doctor Who, because you'll still be alive, mate. But that's about the sort of stories you want to tell, because that's self-defeating. Self-defeating is lying, which you're doing right here live. Pieces of crap. Really live. Anyway, so this is just part of an ongoing media spin, right? And ongoing media spin, we see over here in Screen Rant, Jodie Whittaker's Doctor will be appreciated over time, says Preacher. No, she won't. No, she won't. Here's the thing. This is the next thing. Why is this longer? The Screen Rant goes on for a bit. Maybe we'll do the Screen Rant article, or we could do same thing in Radio Times. No, dismiss. Leave me alone. Legacy assured, and this one, how long is this? This is a Hugh Fullerton article. It'll go on for freaking ever. Okay, let's do the Hugh Fullerton, right? They'll go Hugh Fullerton. Chris Chibnall says Jodie Whittaker's Doctor Who. Chris Chibnall, Jodie Whittaker's Doctor Who legacy assured, says show exec. Okay, so listen, mate. You've been wrong about everything, right? You have been wrong about absolutely everything, right? Absolutely everything. Why would we believe you? He's assured. Well, okay, let's find out why he's assured. Matt Stevens has no doubt that the showrunner style will be remembered with love once they're gone. No, we love that they're gone, but they're not going to be remembered at all. I mean, that's really the truth. They're not going to be remembered at all. Most people are editing this era out of their canon. And here's why it's not going to be remembered at all. Because you need people to have fond memories of it to be remembered, to remember it. And normally that's people who come into Doctor Who at this time. So you didn't have many people come into Doctor Who at this time because the quality of your show was very poor, right? The only people who championed it were doing so on ideological grounds. And that's not something that you're going to, 10 years from now, when liberal progressives are looked at like, those naughty National Socialists, right? Because from 1930s in Germany, because that's exactly what they are. Like, they're all going to deny it completely, right? And part of being liberal progressive is loving Doctor Who, even though it was unwatchably bad, right? So you're never ever going to be remembered. In fact, this is going to be such an embarrassing stain on Doctor Who. That's why I've edited out canon. I am hoping Ralph D. Davis is doing a reboot in some way, so I can just cauterize this nonsense away completely. And it ended with Capaldi, right? Whatever. I just this era has to go. Yeah, and it's not just me. Right? It's not just my little corner of fandom. This is, I think, the overwhelming perception, right? But again, the reason for this article, same as the reason for the last lying article, was to save face. It was so the people on Twitter can save face and go, and they can share this article. See, it's assured. And so let's see the bullcrap he does to try and spin this. Hugh Fullerton, paid in shillings, such a shill. Doctor Who star and showrunner are soon to depart, but both Jodie Whittaker and Christian are set to hand their TARDIS keys in this autumn before Russell T Davies takes over in 2023. It's taken already, mate. Matt Stevens, also leaving the show, is already looking back at the pair's legacy, noting despite occasional complaints that the series was too woke, he believes that the fans will remember this era with fondness. Occasional. Are you out your mind? Really? That's occasional for you? Do you know how many YouTube channels, how many hours of data has been created based on how unbelievably bad and woke this era's been? I mean, really? Yeah. What? I don't know. Listen. I would say under the Moffat years, the series had occasional complaints of being too woke that got more, that grew more over time. But again, because there was quality in the product, it will always be remembered fondly. This will never be remembered fondly. Opinion is fickle, so you can take it take all that with a pinch of salt, he told the magazine. No, don't take the opinion, take the ratings. Take the data. Don't take that with a pinch of salt. And if you were taking it with a pinch of salt, may I suggest you wouldn't be lying out your ass about the data. Piece of filth. I mean, really? Don't take that with a pinch of salt. Every doctor gets it, every showrunner gets it, but they get it more depending on how good or how bad the product was. Some people didn't like Russell T Davies, especially at the beginning. Some people didn't like David Tennant, myself included, at the beginning, right? I was never a massive a fan of his until it took me about a year to get used to it, right? It only really got big in the John Nathan Turner years, and that was, I think, it was really fueled by a personal vendetta with Ian Levine, mixed with a lower quality product, right? And it was a lower quality product. And that's why you get the, you got these JNT must go things, right? Because we look back at it fondly now, but again, that's because it wasn't absolutely hateful to us. Like Colin Baker years were certainly shoddy. I think Trial of the Time Lord was a dodgy season, right? I think Terror of the Vervoids was an awful story, right? It was, and it showed the strife behind the scenes stone. But you still, you had Colin Baker, who loved performing the role, and he wasn't playing it like an irritating Karen wagging his finger at you. He was playing it like the Doctor, playing it seriously, right? Seriously. And then, you had the eye candy of Perry. Nobody's going to look back and go, oh, yeah, I remember getting off to Yaz. Nobody is getting any form of sexual pleasure unless, really, I guess if you're into like vomit, weird, German porn, you might be as well. But other than that, I don't think they are. Every doctor gets it, every showrunner gets it. I love Moffat's reaction to when Russell T Davies was announced as coming back recently, writing RTD must go on Instagram. Yeah, it's called a joke, right? Humor, something that you don't understand because you're a talentless piece of filth. On Instagram, I thought that was so witty. That's good. I thought that's so witty because there's always someone waiting to have a pop. It's not someone. It's basically all of us, right? You have a tiny piss bubble of piss babies on Twitter who scream and scream and scream and scream, and that's it, and not anybody else, really, right? I hate to be the one to break it to you. Universally, the appreciation of this era is in the toilet, right? And that's a good way. The great thing is we have freedom of speech and people are free to say what they want. You lying cunt! Really? I remember criticising you in season 11 and being told I'm a naughty national socialist from Germany in the 1930s. Relentlessly! Where was no! You lying cunt! You did everything to take away freedom of speech because we use that freedom of speech to criticise the piss poor job that you had done! And it wasn't just a piss poor job, it was a piss poor job that got worse and worse and worse, and it got worse and worse and worse because of your sodding arrogance. So every era of Doctor Who has massive champions, yes, but not the worst people in humanity, which are your massive champions, right? SJWs are the worst people that humanity has ever seen. They're so pathetic and useless at the same, and just salt the earth on everything they do. They are like a virus. They go from franchise to franchise, infecting it and destroying it. Oh, lying through their asses, which is probably why you like them. Yes, they're massive champions. They're not going to be. Then no one's going to admit to being behind you. 10 years from now, again, this is like when the Allies rolled into Germany at the end of World War II. Weirdly enough, everybody then, even though the National Socialists won a massive victory at the ballot box, like massive victory, everybody then claims say, "Oh no, that wasn't us." Really, that's what it's gonna be. Oh my God! I mean, yeah. Listen, you screwed up Doctor Who, but your ilk are destroying the freaking world. This is not going to go down well in history. You people are the ones who keep saying, hey, you don't want to be on the wrong side of history. I'm fine on my side of history, mate. I'm fine on my side. You are fine on your side with Pol Pot over there, okay? Pol Pot and the CCP. Everyone has his massive champions, and every era of Doctor Who people going, it's not like it used to be. It's not like it used to be. It didn't used to be hateful shit. right? Yes, it's not like it used to be. In what way? It's not hateful shit. Oh, I mean, it wasn't hateful shit then. It is hateful shit now. It's not like it used to be, and then afterwards there's a kind of contemporary commentary appears with a short distance time. There's a huge defection looking back. Again, I really think you're talking about season 24, season 23, right? Season 22 even, right? I believe that you're talking about those times. But again, the core product wasn't hateful. Wasn't absolutely hateful to the audience and championed by a small group of people who act a lot like the East German Stasi, right? I don't think this is going to go down well, looking back at it in history. I think the story is written, Jojo's Doctor will be thought of quite rightly with huge affection and and love, quite frankly. No, people will vomit over themselves when they mention her. Chris even thinks the retrospective affection will apply to showrunner Chris Chibble, but no, I never, ever. The only reason that either of you are ever going to work again is so the entertainment industry doesn't have to have an egg all over its face. I love Chris. It's been another honor and privilege to suck his dick. I mean, no, what? No, oh, you know what? Sucking his dick. Oh, you were sucking. To go on this journey with him. I think his place in canon and the place of in canon. Fuck off. This here has decanonized itself. The Doctor Who is assured, yes, because you're leaving, Rusty Davis is coming back. It was Chris who wanted to bring a female Doctor. Oh, really? Really? I didn't know that. Oh, there was a female Doctor? Nobody mentioned it. That was his prime criteria for doing the show. That was his only criteria. At the time, we didn't have Brie Larson and Captain Marvel and all that. Yes, you fucking did. Oh, God. Man, oh man, I'm sorry, there's just so much lies, right? So much lies. That decision back in 2015, and by the way, how did Captain Marvel do? Yeah, right. Oh yeah, he got $1 billion. Okay. Sure, Disney didn't buy a bunch of seats for it in empty cinemas. That never happened, right? And the withdrawal from Afghanistan was the bestest ever. And lockdowns are effective. Okay, all the things we know to be true. Was still unusual in terms of having that kind of action hero as a role model. She never was a hero. She never was an action hero. She never was a role model. And it proved a brilliant choice. Now, 5 years on, you go, was it even remarkable? It was remarkably bad. But it always takes someone to actually do it. And Chris did it! Oh, yeah, I know. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait till the future, mate. Without Chris, without Chris, none of what we've been able to do would have been possible. Yes, that's why we hate him. Yes, yeah, again, we're saying the same things, okay? Whatever he's doing next, I don't know, working in a soup kitchen. I know he's a busy boy, and I think he deserves a good rest. You mean he's unemployed? Because of the so well, the Doctor, OMG, the responsibilities immense, which you failed at. Oh my God, it's immense. Again, narrative hits reality. Let's just scream the narrative louder. It's not just about the scripts, there's everything that comes with it, and you made everything shit! Oh my God, you had the Midas touch in reverse. The weight of expectation, which he failed! Oh, he's bored it brilliant. No, he's hidden under a rock. Slug, right? Like a slimy little, hello. I'm not going to do production notes because I feel too sad. We're class. Most classless cunts I've ever met. Now, with just 2 episodes to air, fans will just have to wait and see what Whittaker and Chimney plan big sign-off is. Who gives a shit? I mean, really? I mean, who can really? Honestly, who gives a shit? It's going to be one standalone Sea Devil story. And then they're going to bring... I bet they're bringing all the Flux crew back for the big finale with the Master, which will be shit, okay? Based on Stephen's comment, it sounds like we're in for quite a ride. Yeah, quite a ride. You know, if you're talking about, you know, comparing it to an insane serial killer hooker that has you trapped in a den of ill repute, and you've got to spend the next few hours working through Saw-like puzzles, so to not be eaten and chopped up by this insane hooker. Yes, it'll be an incredible ride. Yes, incredible ride, much like that. But there'll be an incredible ride here on YouTube, where we're going to be looking at everything you do, and we're going to be paying attention, and we're going to be calling out your bullshit, and we're going to be taking the piss, because that's really I think the only thing we can do, the best thing we can do, make a parody, make a satire out of these utter arse clowns, because we got to do something while we're waiting for Russell Davis to come back. And please, Russell, can I just say this one more time? I know you believe in all the ideology, but can we just have good Doctor Who as well? My name is Tzvi Lebetkin, I was going to say the Russell from another planet. Okay, let's try that again. My name is Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Not the Russell from another planet. The Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.